Okay, so it's bluefish season, and one of the questions we get asked most at the shop is when using wire, leaders and wire tippet, what's the best knot to tie the fly on with? And I always tell people it's the same knot I use for tying just about every single fly I tie on every leader, all the way down to 5X. And it's a knot everybody's familiar with. It's at the end of your tapered leader, how you hook it onto your fly line all the time, and it's the perfection loop. And I use that to tie my fly on everything. It works great with wire. It works great with up to over 100-pound fluoro. A lot of guys, have problems with getting knots to seat correctly with a 100-pound fluoro. If you use this perfection loop, it's really pretty easy to get the knots to seat. And I've never had the perfection loop knot itself, just blow out on me. I know a lot of times you'll tie, clinch knots and other types of knots, and you'll lose your fly, and it comes back with a pigtail, and it's just your knot wasn't seated properly and it wasn't tied properly. The perfection loop actually gives you a nice visual cue on if the knot is seated and tied perfectly, which is one of the reasons why I like it a lot. It's an extremely small knot. It's not like other type of loop knots where you have a lot of wraparounds, and then you're going through the wraparound, and then you wind up with a big, just a big mess up here for weeds and stuff to get caught on. This is about as small as a knot as you can possibly get, and there's no overhand knots at all in this knot. I know a lot of wire leader knots, and the regular loop knot most people tie start with an overhand knot. Overhand knot's one of the worst things you could ever tie in any kind of line. It just cuts into itself. The harder the fish pulls on it, the harder you pull on it. All that overhand knot is doing is cutting into itself or cutting into your other piece of line that goes through the overhand knot. So I try to avoid overhand knots in my tackle at all costs. So this perfection loop doesn't have an overhand knot in it, which is another reason why I like it a lot. So let's a lot of people know how to tie the regular perfection loop. Not too many people know how to tie the fly on in the middle of it. It's not that difficult at all, and we'll just go over that now. Okay, so I'm using a bright colored piece of backing just so it shows up well on the camera. To make a perfection loop, you start off with a loop. I like to do it. I put my right hand behind my left hand. The piece that's on my right hand side goes behind the left hand side. Then you pinch it right there. Then all you do is take this tag in, wrap it around your thumb like that, and then pinch it again. And then what you do is you bring the tag in up in between the two loops. This is when you can kind of open up this back one if you want. Keep this pinched in there, and then you just pull that back loop right through the front loop. And what you get is a nice knot. And if it's cinched correctly, the tag end kicks out at a 90-degree angle. That's how you know the knot is cinched properly. Like I said, there's a lot of other videos online. It's a little harder to show up on the video like this, but if you go online, there's a lot of illustrations also on this perfection loop, and sometimes the illustrations, where they're actually drawn and animated, can give you a little bit better idea of what we're doing here. But that's the perfection loop, and if you can tie that, then you can tie the fly on and then perfection loop as well. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so here I have my fly. Use this for bluefish a lot. It's a nice popper, and the piece of wire that everybody's worried about. And I'm just gonna put the wire through the fly eye, and then we're gonna pinch it right there. And now we're just gonna tie the same perfection loop we tied before. Make that loop. Remember, your right hand comes behind your left hand. You take the tag in, wrap it around your thumb, pinch, and then up and through and pinch again. Now, this is the part that gives some people trouble. As long as this is pinched, you're fine. This loop that's farthest away from you on this side, you can open that up. It's just gonna pull off your main line. It's just gonna get as big as you want. And that's when you're just gonna pull the whole entire fly right through that loop. Now you're gonna take your main line again, and you're gonna cinch it close. And this is where you can make the perfection loop as small or as big as you want. If you hold it close to the fly like this, and you really start drawing the you know, the tag in closer and closer and closer. This won't seat until you pull from the main line and on the fly. Once you get the loop as big as you want it, you pull on the main line, pull this up a little bit, and on the fly, and there you go. That's your perfection loop. That's seated, it's kicked out at a 90 degree, and it's a very small loop. Not a lot of stuff to get caught on there. And I mean, that's a great knot. It's not gonna, you know, you don't make a, I know a lot of times with this wire, it's pretty stiff. If you try to do a lot of loops around here, like with a clinch knot or an improved clinch knot, you wind up with a really big knot that doesn't really seat properly. This is very small, always seats like this. You know, I've never had this knot pull out, you know, on a wire leader like this. Very easy. Again, there's no overhand knots in this knot at all. I don't like putting overhand knots in wire leaders. I do find that after a while, that overhand knot, after pulling on it, especially with bluefish and other fish that pull really hard, it will start cutting into itself and it will eventually fail on you. This whole leader will fail before this knot fails, from what I found. I love fishing for bluefish. You know, they're one of my favorite species to catch. I'll show you this knot now with 80-pound fluoro. A lot of guys, you know, have problems with knots with 80-pound fluoro. Same kind of reason that they have problems with the wire, just because it's so stiff and you don't want a big, huge, bulky knot. So they'll wind up with crimps and other things. But I'll show you how it ties an 80-pound fluoro now. All right, again, same fly, some 80-pound fluoro. Thread it through and pinch. Now, make the loop. Remember, right hand goes behind the left hand. Tag in, wrap it around, pinch through both the loops. Open up that back loop. Get your fly, pull it through the main line, shrink it down, tag in, shrink that down. It's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You can wind up with a really small loop here if you want to. Now when you're ready to seat, grab your hook, grab your main line, pull. And then that's 80-pound fluoro. Let's see, for 80-pound, that's not a big knot at all. You can have a huge popper off here, off the end of this. And we're zoomed in a lot, and it's still, that's all you have. It's a little perfection loop at the end. This is a great knot. Like I said, I tie this all the way down to 5X. Once you start getting smaller than 5X, it can have a little bit of problems. I think just the way the knot seats and how thin the diameter of the line is, it can break sometimes. But all the way down to 5X, I've had no issues with this. It's a small knot. You know if it's tied correctly because you get that kick out at 90 degrees. It's a loop knot, so you get, you know, absolute maximum fish. I mean fly, you know, fly presentation from it. The fly swims very well. The harder you pull on it, the tighter it gets. Yeah, give this knot a shot. Like I said, I use it for everything. Every single fly I tie on, whether it's trout fishing or saltwater fishing, whether it's in, you know, heavy mono, wire, heavy fluoro, doesn't matter. This is the knot that's tying my flies on. All right.